الشر send me gift send me gift send me yes send me yes for life for life for life.
There's a new trend on TikTok. Children in camps in Syria begging for hours on end. They're asking for TikTok gifts that can be withdrawn as real money. But that money isn't all going to them.
ما أعطونا غير 250 ربع تركب 8 أيام يعني.
We've been following more than 300 accounts going live on TikTok, trying to work out where that money's going.
الأسد $500 هن بياخذوا النسبة 70%.
How people living in desperate circumstances suddenly have the phones, internet, and TikTok accounts to go live.
TikTok is creating and enabling an ecosystem that runs on the exploitation of people's suffering.
And why so many of the donors come from the UK.
Over £1,000 would have been put in there, and that to them would have been a lot of money.
We've uncovered a network of companies around the world, including agencies contracted by TikTok in China, all making money off these displaced families. Earlier this year, TikTok users in the UK began to notice something different on the app. Suddenly, their feeds were full of live videos of Syrian families living in tents, asking for help. This is the account I've been using to follow some of these families in Syria, and you can see here, all of these accounts are live right now. And actually, if you watch some of the videos, you can see there's a pattern. The children seem to be saying the same kind of things. They're asking for likes and gifts. And if you listen closely, sometimes you can hear there's a voice off camera actually telling them what to say.
Please like. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Over the past 5 months, we've been following hundreds of TikTok accounts posting the same type of videos to find out who's behind this trend.
A lot of them are displaced from their homes because they're destroyed because of the war of what's in the last 10 years in Syria.
Mohammed Abdullah, a local journalist, visited a camp near Idlib where families are going live on TikTok. There are hundreds of camps in this part of Syria. More than 2 million people live in them, forcibly displaced in Syria's long-running civil war. They have limited options to earn a living, and for some, it's their only source of income. Mona's husband was killed in an airstrike. She now lives with her 6 daughters, and she's saving up to pay for medical treatment for her daughter Sharifa, who's blind.
بحكي عن قصتي عن العيشة شلون عايشين بالمخيمات وشلون تشردنا وعن وضع هاي البنت مشان العالم تدعمنا ويساعدوني.
To go live on TikTok, you need at least 1,000 followers. Then, when you're live, users can send digital gifts to reward creators for content they like. These gifts are bought with real money, ranging from roses, which cost a few cents, to lions and universes, which cost around $500 each. The gifts are converted to a virtual currency that you can withdraw as cash. But not all that cash is going to the families in need. Hamid also lives in the camp and is known as a TikTok middleman. He sold his livestock to buy a phone and now works with 12 different families, setting up their accounts, filming and withdrawing their cash.
التيك توك احنا ندخل عن طريق اللايف البث المباشر. تجينا هدايا مثلا وردات كل 100 وردة عليها $1. نضل نجمع فيهم رصيد حتى يصيروا $100.
Hamid told us he buys British SIM cards to get British viewers because he says they're the most generous gifters. TikTok's algorithm suggests content based on where your SIM card comes from. We found kiosks selling international SIM cards near the camp. That explains why TikTok users in the UK had been seeing these videos, like Keith, who donated £300 in TikTok gifts to a family in Syria.
There must have been about 50,000 people that came on that live. Even though the man had his legs blown off and he had his arm blown off, he was the most positive guy you could ever meet or speak to. I probably think over £1,000 would have been put in there, and that to them would have been a lot of money.
We get the money. We live in the man.
So how much of that do the families get?
Please like, please like.
Hamid says most of the gift's value is taken by TikTok before it even reaches his account.
هدية إذا جت مثلا إذا خلينا نقول يجينا أسد، الأسد رصيده $500 ما بيوصل لهون للدانا يعني إلا شغلة $155.
He also said middlemen are getting help from agencies in China.
أي مشكلة تصير علينا كذا مثلا حظر أو بلوك مشان إذا ما علي حق تفكه نعطيهم اسم الصفحة وصورة الصفحة تدخل عندي الصفحة نظامية بيضغطوا لي 1000 متابع.
That's because TikTok says you need 1,000 followers in order to go live. Live agencies are a growing part of TikTok's business strategy. They're contracted by TikTok to help content creators produce more successful live streams, which in turn boosts TikTok's profits. Agencies we spoke to said TikTok pays them a commission according to the duration of the live streams and the value of the gifts they get. They said TikTok takes between 50 and 70% of the profits of live gifts, but they couldn't confirm the exact amount. We asked TikTok, but they wouldn't say. So we decided to test it for ourselves. We asked local journalist Mohammed to go live from an account in Syria and sent him $106, around £90 in gifts from another account. We were the only ones on that live stream to do so. Then Mohammed checked the balance of his account. $33, so it is 70%. They're taking 70%. Next, Mohammed went to the local money transfer where TikTokers cash out their earnings. From our $106, TikTok took $73. That's almost 70%. The money transfer shop charged a further 10%. And people like Hamid, who provide the phones, take a cut of what's left. So from those $106, Mohammed would have just over $19, and often the families we spoke to get much, much less. But in the camps, jobs are scarce, and there are few other options. We showed the videos to a non-profit called Access Now that protects people's rights online.
TikTok is creating and enabling an ecosystem that runs on the exploitation of people's suffering. So this is a clear violation of their own terms of services, not let alone, of course, the rights of those people.
We put these allegations to TikTok, and they sent us a statement saying that this type of content is not allowed on their platform and that they would strengthen their global policies around exploitative begging. As for the 70% cut, TikTok insists they take less than that, but they still won't confirm the exact amount. So we repeated our experiment with accounts in the UK and Syria that weren't signed up to agencies and found that TikTok took just under 70% every time. We called Keith again to tell him what we'd discovered. We found that 70% of all of the money donated would have gone straight into TikTok's pockets.
Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. It's very unfair, especially to them families over in Syria. You've got to have some transparency, and to me that it's very greedy. It's greed, isn't it? It's greed.
A charity that works in the camp told us that it could help support these families as an alternative to making money from TikTok lives. Many people on TikTok are calling these live streams scams. But the struggles of the families we met are very, very real. People have donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to them, but the lion's share lines the pockets of TikTok and its agencies. Whilst for these families in Syria, life continues, with no change in sight.